So action is folded to the dealer position who open raises the pot. We re-raise him with king queen suited from the small blind position and he calls. The flop comes a very wet flop, 6-4-3, 2 hearts, so many possible flush draws, many possible straight draws, even made straights are possible on this flop. We have king queen spades, so we have a drawing hand, 2 overcards and a backdoor flush draw, so the strength of a draw is a medium drawing hand. So usually it's good enough to bet this flop as a bluff, expecting him to fold many hands, maybe even stronger hands than ours, such as an ace high, hands like jack 10, etc. If he calls, we can bet again on the turn on any spade, giving us a flush draw, so this will be a bet as a semi-bluff. We can bet again on any ace, jack or 10, high cards that will put pressure on the hands he called on the flop and that hit well our range, because we bet this flop with many ace or king or queen or jack or 10. And if we hit a king or a queen on the turn, so we now have a medium made hand, we need to choose between betting it again as for value and protection, or checking the turn when we hit the king or the queen, hoping the opponent bets, and then we can call as a bluff catcher. So this is our line here usually. If we think the opponent is never folding to a flop bet, then probably we can check the hand on the flop and then give up, because it's not good enough. And versus players that call too much, we will get their money when we have a good hand, such as pocket aces, pocket kings, pocket queens, pocket jacks, etc. Additional thing we need to remember, we re-raised per flop, meaning that we said we are strong. We have aces, kings, queens, jacks, etc. And the opponent just called our re-raise, meaning that he has a capped range. He doesn't have the best possible hands. So we bet the flop as a bluff. The opponent raises us, so this is a very simple spot. We have nothing, we have king high. This is a very easy fold. Usually opponents will raise this flop with very strong hands. Hands like 2 pair, 4-6, 4-3, hands like a made straight, 5-7, sets, pocket 4s, pocket 6s, pocket 3s. And even if he bluffs us with a flush draw, or a pair and a gut shot, or a pair and open-ended straight draw, he's still in position versus our king high. So we need to fold our hand. Let's see what the fighter has to say. We are out of position and the flop is wet. We have a medium drawing hand. The value of the hand is based on a backdoor flush draw and 2 overcards. We need to bet our hand as a bluff, making the opponent to fold stronger hands. Still decent chances to improve if he calls, and maximizing profits when hitting our outs.